Jai Savitri, Jai Bhim. So first of all, thank you Sanjay and other organizing committee for inviting me here. And, so like most of the things have been already said by our speakers about the significance of student council elections to the Osmania University. So since it's also going to be a lunchtime, I'll take just 5 to 10 minutes. Please bear with me. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Thriveni. I completed my bachelor's and master's in sociology from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. And then now currently I am doing PhD in sociology from University of Hyderabad. I am also a ex-student union joint secretary of University of Hyderabad Students Union. Now I am a research scholar at Department of Sociology, University of Hyderabad. And apart from that, coming to my student activism in universities, so I was a part of a BAPSA in JNU, which stands for the rights of the students coming from marginalized communities. Now in University of Hyderabad, I am part of Bahujan Students Front. This is an organization which stands for the rights of the students coming from marginalized communities, especially from SC, ST and OBC and other religious minority communities. So, because it is the mostly students from these communities who depends on state, whatever the provisions state provides, like Umesh Anna said about fellowship, scholarship and all. So, who will depend? Which students from which communities depend mostly on these fellowships and scholarship? Means it's mostly from the marginalized communities, right? So it is important for us to have autonomous voice for the students coming from these sections. So based on that, and also importance of the anti-caste philosophy in universities. Till 1990s, there are rarely scholars who speaks about anti-caste thought. So in 2007, this organization was brought into light based on the thoughts of anti-caste scholars from Buddha and then Sant Ravi Guridas, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Mata Savitribai Phule, and then recent times Kanshiram. So that organization stand for that, and the same organization produces so many student leaders, and I'm happy that I'm part of that organization, and that is the organization reason for I'm standing here today. So coming to the today's theme, why Osmania needs student elections. Before coming to Osmania, we have to think about why do we need elections in general? Because because people needs voice to represent their demands. In general, that is why we need elections, right? So in last 2 days, JNU Students Union was rusticated by administration. So you have to think that the way the government is arbitrarily acting upon the students' rights and demands, and students' rustication happened arbitrarily in JNU just because they demanded their rights. So already government is attacking the existing student union bodies in central universities. Now we are demanding for the student union elections. And I think this is the right time that students across the country should unite and should fight for the demands of the students. Imagine a university which was there for more than 50 years, which has students union for years, and which has been instrumental in fighting for the rights of the students, and that student union got rusticated now. Imagine universities and colleges where there is no union, like now it is Osmania, and there are so many state colleges. What could be the situation of those universities if the situation of such a prestigious university is that students union get rusticated, and that body is elected by the students, right? So this is a situation that is going on in our country. The question that I raised first was, why do we need elections? We need elections because we need someone to put forth our voice in front of, in legislative bodies, in administrative bodies, in judicial bodies, right? So we need someone to represent our needs. That is why we need elections. In the same way, Usmania also needs elections because, I mean, more than me, you know why Usmania needs elections, I think. Because students are facing so many issues, I mean, regarding fellowship, scholarship, like, you know, all these issues you have been facing. So this is the right time that we all should come together and fight for the fight for the to have elections for our universities. And secondly, more than that, I would like to emphasize on why women should be the part of elections and why women should be the part of decision making. So ours is democratic country, right? Democracy means elections is one of the characteristic features of the democracy, right? So democracy means you represent your voice. How do you represent your voice? Through elections. And elections is one of the means through which you represent your voice. So in general, we have parliament and assembly where people elect their people to represent their voice. In the same way, in democracy, where universities are secular institutions, we need student elections to represent our demands, our rights, to put forth in front of the administration and make sure that we make administration accountable for our rights. So that is how these elections work. So do you think democracy fulfills its so-called voice of the people without representing voice of women? That is not possible, right? So like Ambedkar says, one of the famous quote is that he says, I measure the progress of the society by progress of the women they have achieved. So until unless women represent themselves in all the spheres of the life, whether it is media, whether it is politics, whether it is judiciary, whether it is whatever the sphere that exists in our life, without women representation, society will not progress ahead. And you see, scholars like Esther Deflo, if you are from social sciences, you must be knowing her. Esther Deflo, in her research, it is revealed that whenever women are in the leadership positions, governance, if women are in governance positions, they are much better because women understand the issues. I'm not saying men, but women understand the issues better than like others. So that is how women needs to be represented. So women, like elections will not get fulfilled, the purpose of the elections will not be fulfilled until unless women are represented in that. Like Mata Savitribai says, go get education, break the shackles of the tradition. So we should represent ourselves, we should go and contest in the elections, and we should break the shackles of the traditions which were forced, which were imposed upon us for the centuries, and we should take our right, we should take our share. I would say we should take our share in whatever the institutions that have been there. So, and I would like to also say, elections will help so many students in universities, because university is not just a school where you are simply come and go. It imparts critical knowledge, right? So it will let you to think beyond borders. If you are in village, we can think only till we can think as in the boundaries of the village. We cannot think beyond. So when you come to university, university means it's a universe. So you have to think in a universal way. Vishwavidyalayam antar kada. So what does it mean? So you have to think in the universal way, universal values like equality, liberty, fraternity. All these are the values that helps to think beyond borders. So today I come here. Why? If I am in a village, I cannot even speak a little word against my parents. But now I come today here, but I'm speaking with you because the critical knowledge I gained from the universities. So the universities gives space for the sections from the different communities to represent their voice, so that they can put forth their demands, they can fulfill their demands. For example, scholarship. Like whatever Umesh Anna told, I was part of all those protests. And one more thing is, I am the only woman representative in the entire union, the last union. So like I am the only one who was going here and there during land issue. So I don't want to, bring so much about that, because I'm happy that I was part of fighting for my university. In the same way, there should be someone who will fight for you, because not everyone, thousands of students cannot go to the administration and says that, ma'am, I want this scholarship, sir, I want this. If someone is there for you, you can make them accountable. You can go and demand that I elected you. Why didn't you fight for me? So we were elected. So I fought for my university. I'm happy that it was stopped, and status quo is maintaining as of now. And hope that government will not take away all those lands, and make sure that students get proper education and fight for the better society. So I hope you, I can give so much speeches, because I'm habituated to this. But the thing is, we should, we should realize the significance and importance of the elections in general, and also specific to the universities. And I also, request all the students here, and also whole Osmania University to come together and fight for the elections. And recent times I also heard that government is taking away the Osmania University's lands. So unless someone is there to guide students, it's very difficult where to go, where to fight and all. So if there is a university elected student union body, then that can help to guide and to make sure that education is reached to the all sections of the society, and will bring transformation in the society as well, not just in the university, and will impart whatever critical knowledges we are learning here outside of the university. So thank you, and I request all the alumni of Osmania also to come to